What's up, family? It is Caden with Urban Finance. I am excited about our conversation today. Yes, I am. I am here with Adoni, also known as the crypto evangelist, streaming live from Nigeria. Yes, we are international on today, and it is 1 a.m. where he is. So I'm truly, truly thankful for his time because I know you will be blessed by the information that he has to share with us today. As always, go ahead and say hi in the comment section so I know that you're watching. Remember, this is a dialogue between all of us. So if you have any questions or thoughts, definitely let us know in the comment section. And if you would like to become a channel member, you can hit the blue join button. If you're watching on YouTube, smash the like button and subscribe to the page as I always request. But without further ado, let's bring Adoni, the crypto evangelist, on to tell us a little bit about himself.
Yeah, hi. I'm excited to be here. Thanks, Kaden, for bringing me on board. And I'm Adene, the crypto evangelist, and I love to talk about cryptocurrencies and spread the gospel of crypto. And I actually started in 2017, and since then it's been both a rough and a smooth ride with the ups and downs that we have in the crypto space.
Awesome, awesome. Well, this is a good place to spread any gospel, I would say, especially the gospel of cryptocurrency. And so, can you tell folks exactly what made you create a news page? Because just so you guys know a little background, I found out about Adney by checking out his cryptocurrency news page on Instagram. So, can you let the folks know what led you into starting that? What got you into cryptocurrency and blockchains?
Yeah, one of the reasons why I got into cryptocurrencies was basically because of the potentials that it brought about. I'm a curious mind, and I got curious about how this new technology works. So
Mm,
basically, I was like, what's crypto? How does it work? How is it different from the fiat currency like the dollar that we are used to? And when I
mm,
studied it, I realized that wow, the ability to send money from America to UK to Nigeria and spend just a few cents just to
mm,
send like $1 million, you are spending 1 cent or
mm.
20 cents. I was curious and I got to understand how it works. And then I knew that this is the right path for me. Why?
Awesome.
Yeah.
No, and that's really huge. To be honest, I've never sent money to anyone using cryptocurrency, and so I think that it's something that I definitely have to look into. Just recently, for those of that you may know, I was born in Trinidad and Tobago, and so I still have family that lives there, and I still send them money usually via Western Union, and it's usually a pretty heavy fee to send funds through Western Union. And just to be able to one day, or I would say, send money via cryptocurrency and be charged a significant reduced fee, I would love to even hear the process of how to go about doing that. But like I always do, just want to say hi to the folks in the comment section. I think I see Edith says good vibes. Yes, indeed. Addie, the winner. And so, like I said, always go ahead and say what's up. But can you explain a little more about the process of how you go about sending funds overseas using cryptocurrency?
Yeah. It's pretty easy. All you just need to do is just get a crypto wallet.
Hmm.
And when you get a crypto wallet, you can actually facilitate any transaction. But what I advise people that are new to crypto is to register with an exchange. I
Hmm.
think in the US, the popular exchanges are Gemini. We also have Binance, we have Coinbase,
Hmm.
where you register. Those exchanges, they've made it very easy for anyone to be able to actually withdraw money from their banks,
Hmm.
convert it to crypto, and then all you just need to do is to recollect the address, the wallet address of the receiving party, and you just
Hmm.
send. The entire process is, it doesn't take more than 5 minutes, and the
No, that
person receives it instantly.
no, and that's a good thing to know, because I do have a Coinbase account,
Oh,
and then I
that's
do also have a Coinbase wallet. But
that's
I'll be honest and say the one of the reasons I set up my Coinbase wallet is because I wanted to create an NFT, and so but I've never really used it a lot, or I really haven't used it to send money at all. And so there's certainly aspects of the cryptocurrency space that I'm too unfamiliar. I do own cryptocurrency, but there are certainly aspects of it that I'm unfamiliar with myself. And so definitely, I think this information that you have about cryptocurrency is going to be very, very, very beneficial. And so, before we get into more about that, though, are you currently invested in any cryptocurrencies? And if so, which ones?
Yeah, I actually have a portfolio of crypto assets that I hold. Obviously, I hold the popular ones like Bitcoin. I also
Mm,
hold Ethereum, and I try as much as possible to spread my portfolio in a way like out of 100%, I keep 60% in established assets like Bitcoin, Ethereum, because those
mm,
ones are relatively safer. And then I use the remaining 40% across different assets. So I still own some, like some meme coins. I own a little bit of Dogecoin, if you have heard of
mm.
that from Elon Musk.
Yeah, yeah. I own
Yeah,
Dogecoin as well.
yeah, and I try as much as possible to own new trends in crypto. For example,
Mm,
gaming and the metaverse are two sectors that are booming. So I own some metaverse tokens and I own some
mm.
gaming tokens.
Can you drop one metaverse cryptocurrency for folks? Because I
Yeah.
honestly don't know any.
There are a lot. There is one called Sand, SAND, just like the sand.
Mm,
So yeah, that's the native token of Decentraland. Decentraland is a platform where you can actually buy virtual lands, by just it's just a crazy place where your dreams can come true. Or that's the idea of the metaverse.
yeah, yeah, no, I love that, and I do think, investing, and I always say, and so I'll say the disclaimer here and now, none of what we're talking about is investment advice, and make
Yeah,
sure to do your own research as well. And so, with that being said, as well, I would say that, I do think investing in cryptocurrency trend, in a short term perspectives, or if you're at the start of a trend, is very profitable. I always talked about, my investment in Dogecoin went up about two thousand percent. So my
wow.
original investment in Dogecoin went up about 2,000 cents, 2,000% because I caught it right before it took off, and so I think that's why I'm definitely probably looking to sand. But I will also say, just based on my investment strategy, and I know we're all different, but I just want to throw this disclaimer. I only play, and I call it play, with about 2% of my funds in single stocks and cryptocurrencies. And so I say that to say that don't spend money that you cannot
Yeah,
lose, especially following crypto trends. But I will probably, start off by putting $100 in sand, because you just never know what can happen. So thank you for that recommendation. I'll definitely look into that one um, right after we get off the phone. But if you guys are watching live and you have any questions at all for the crypto evangelist, certainly let us know in the comment section. If you have any thoughts, feel free to join the dialogue in the comment section as well. And so, what do you think is better? And I know you're the crypto evangelist. What do you think is a better investment in 2022, crypto or NFTs?
that's actually a tricky question, and there's no real answer to that. Like, you can actually invest in crypto and get good returns. Like you
Mm,
said, you invested in Dogecoin, you got 2,000% return on investment. That's crazy. That means if you kept $100, you are making 2,000, no, $20,000. That's 2,000%. And also NFTs, everyone likes a fresh new thing. I remember when we were in high school, It's always the newest girl in town that everyone wants to date or
Yeah.
wants to talk to. So NFT is the new thing in town where you have digital assets, you tokenize them. And when we mean tokenize is when you represent something with a token. Like for example, where like this your picture now, I can take your picture
Hmm.
and then mint it as an NFT and sell.
Hmm.
So NFTs is quite profitable if you are able to invest rightly, or if you're a creative artist. Because most people that are into NFTs, they actually sell their artwork online.
Yeah.
So basically, NFTs removes you from going through third parties. All
Hmm.
you just need to do is take your art, mint it online, and sell. And
Hmm.
another benefit of NFTs is also the royalties. Everyone loves royalties.
Hmm.
So when you sell your NFT to someone else and the person sells it, I think on some platforms you can get as much as 10%
Hmm.
royalties on your artwork. And imagine 100 people buying your NFT and reselling them. That's like a passive form of income. So that's
Hmm.
basically why everyone is moving towards NFTs, 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 NFTs.
Oh wow, that's a beautiful thing. I didn't even know about the royalties aspects of NFTs, and so I think that's a huge because I didn't know that you can potentially get a portion of the resale value of whatever you're selling. And so, just like artwork may change hands multiple times, so may be whatever product you're selling via NFT. And so that's really interesting to know. And I think you touched upon this already, but want to ask the question as it was stated. Edith asks, "What makes an NFT valuable?" I still don't understand how it works. And so, can you go into a little? I guess you can probably explain first what an NFT is, and then explain again a little more of what makes it valuable.
Okay, basically, an NFT is a digital asset that represents another item. Like it can actually represent a real life item or something that you can just create. Basically, when you have the cryptocurrencies are digital assets that are created based on value, like inferred value. They
Mm-hmm.
don't really have their own value. What
Mm-hmm.
makes an NFT valuable can be different means. Like for example, if a popular person like Jay-Z mints an NFT, it automatically becomes valuable because he's Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
Why, if someone that is unpopular creates an NFT, the NFT might not be as valuable as an NFT gotten from someone that is influential or someone that has that clout. So basically, that's what NFTs do. They represent an asset. They are like special types of currencies that represent another asset that you can sell. And one thing that you have to note about NFTs is that unlike Bitcoin, you cannot easily replace them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let me give a normal analogy. If I come to borrow $10 from you,
Mm-hmm.
I can borrow the $10 as one $10 bill. I can borrow it as $1 bill in 10 places. But if I come to borrow your car, I have to repay it by giving you your car back. I can't
Mm-hmm.
borrow a Toyota and replace it with a Tesla. So that's the
Mm-hmm.
way an NFT works. So that's what gives it its value because it is rare, it is priceless in some cases, and it is scarce. We all know that when there's scarcity, the price of an item goes higher. So in some cases, we can have an artist minting just 10 NFTs for a particular artwork.
Mm-hmm.
So that means if you own any of those 10 NFTs, you are just 10 people in the world that own that particular asset, just like you owning the Mona Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
What makes the Mona Lisa very priceless is that it's just one that exists. The remaining that exist are just copies, but the original is just one. So that's the way NFTs work. They are rare and they are created to be rare, and you
Mm-hmm.
cannot change them for another asset. You have to use so that's why the secondary market for NFTs booms, and that's where the royalties come in, where you sell your NFT, somebody else buys it, and then you get commission based on the amount the person sold it.
So, what are some places that you can buy NFTs?
Yeah, when it comes to crypto can be a bit complicated. So you have to actually understand that in cryptocurrencies we have what we call blockchain.
Hmm.
Blockchain is basically the technology that backs cryptocurrencies. And we have different types of blockchains, but let me not go deeply into that. Let me just talk about the places where you can actually get NFTs buy and sell. So, like, let me use an example of a market called OpenSea. OpenSea is the biggest NFT market in the world.
Mm.
Open and Sea. It's based on the Ethereum blockchain. There you can buy, you can sell, and you can actually create NFTs on OpenSea. And the entire process is very easy to do. They've made it as easy as possible. There's another platform called Rarible. That's Rare and BLE. It's actually a platform where you can also buy, sell, or mint NFTs. It's also based on Ethereum. And obviously, we have the Binance chain. The Binance chain is one of the newest blockchains, and they have their own. You can actually buy on the Binance marketplace. So most of the platforms they look alike, and you can easily check on Google to just know the procedure. But it's not really difficult. All you need to do is just create an account, connect your wallet, and upload the file that you want to mint. Like you can take a picture of yourself, upload it as an NFT, and you are done. Yeah, it's as easy as that. Yeah, like for example, this is OpenSea. You can see many people have their NFTs on OpenSea and they have verified accounts. Most of the verified sellers are people that have sold a lot on the platform. So that's just how it works.
No, that's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. And so, do you own any NFTs personally, or have you ever created any NFTs?
I've I don't own presently, but I want to buy the NFT of a friend of mine. He just recently minted its NFT, so I want to invest early. I think
Mm,
currently the NFT is worth around I think $40 or $50. So I just want to buy as a form of support, and I also love the art. That's one important thing about NFT.
mm-hmm,
When you want to buy an art NFT, you have to look at the art. Does it represent something that you can own in your house?
mm-hmm,
Like, for example, many of us have paintings in our house, but you don't just buy any kind of painting. You
mm-hmm.
buy a painting that you like or a painting that represents value. So I just like my friend's NFT, and I think I'm going to purchase that. But obviously, I'm always in the market looking out for potential projects that have NFTs. And you know, with the metaverse has made everything crazy now. NFTs are flying left, right, center. So if
Yeah.
you're able to join a metaverse platform early and you purchase their NFTs at a very ridiculous price, maybe $10, $20, you can make great profits.
Okay. And so, can you explain? And because when I was looking into purchase the NFTs, you have to purchase the NFTs using cryptocurrency. At least
Yes.
that's how I understand it. And certain NFTs only sell with, let's say, Ethereum or I guess a or something that is
BM,
serving on the
yeah,
Ethereum.
BNB, Binance.
Um, so, can you explain the difference between, let's say, Coinbase and Coinbase wallets? So, like the actual, I guess, where you purchase it and the actual wallet. Like, what's the difference between those two things?
Okay. Okay, let me just use, I like to use simple analogies that people can understand. So
Okay.
just look at Coinbase as a bank.
Mm-hmm.
Coinbase is a bank where you can go to the bank and it gives you different services. Like with your banking app, you can have a mobile app, you can have your internet banking, you can have your credit card.
Mm-hmm.
So Coinbase gives you those and that ability to mint NFTs and purchase NFTs because they have an NFT market.
Mm-hmm.
But the wallet, when we call something a wallet is a place where you store money, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get the coin from, you buy on Coinbase and you purchase the NFT. So the idea of cryptocurrencies that people don't know is that cryptocurrency brings the central idea that you are in control of everything. You are in control of your money. So the wallet gives you control of your NFT. So you take your NFT from the marketplace and it automatically appears in your wallet when you purchase it, when you have a successful purchase. So just like the way your wallet works in real life, where you keep your valuables, like maybe your
Mm-hmm.
cards, your ID cards and business cards, that's the way the wallet in crypto works. So
Okay.
when you, okay, yeah, I'm hearing you.
No, so the Coinbase, the app that I have, Coinbase is the bank, and then the Coinbase wallet that I has is me getting ready to spend that money, or when I do spend the money, also the things that I buy would go into that wallet. Is that kind of how the analogy goes? Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
hear you. Yeah. Please, can you repeat what you just said?
So I was saying, so Coinbase is the bank, right? And then when I transfer the money to the wallet, that's usually when I'm getting ready to actually spend the money and things of that nature. Is that how it kind of interacts with each other?
Oh, I'm finding it difficult to hear. Okay.
So do you have to transfer the money from the Coinbase to the Coinbase wallet before you spend it? Can you hear me?
Okay, yes, yes, yes. I can hear you now. You can hear
Okay.
me also. Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So basically, on Coinbase, Coinbase allows you to add your bank accounts. Obviously, you can add your credit card. That's what makes it easy for everyone to use. So you transfer your money from your credit card to Coinbase, and then you convert your money to a cryptocurrency, maybe Ethereum. Most likely, you're going to need Ethereum to mint or purchase an NFT on OpenSea. So when you have the once you have converted your dollar to Ethereum on Coinbase, then you send it into your Coinbase wallet
Hmm.
address. So it's the Coinbase wallet address that you connect to the NFT platform.
Okay.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
So when you connect it to the NFT platform, then you can actually purchase your NFT. And the beauty of it is that once you purchase your NFT from the NFT platform, you can actually send the NFT to your wallet and it's safe.
Awesome. What's up, Unconditional Love? Blessings to you as well. And Edic asks, can I lose my NFT? So can you lose your NFT?
Yes, you can actually lose your NFTs. The only way you by giving each wallet has a public and a private key. The public key is actually the wallet address, that long thing that everyone doesn't like to send. That's the public address. Why the private address is like your pin, like your password reset code.
Mm,
So anyone that has the private keys can actually steal your cryptocurrency. So that's why your private keys needs to be kept in a safe place. Maybe you print it out and you keep in your secure safe or even in your bank. So if anyone gets access to your private keys, they can actually steal your NFTs.
Oh wow. Yeah, and then we certainly hear about people stealing people crypto as well, from their wallets. So that certainly happens, and it seems like the same applies for the NFTs. I guess, yeah. So what do you think is the best platform to invest in crypto or NFT? So like, what would you recommend as a platform for people to use to invest in those?
In those NFTs, I'll definitely say Coinbase is one. You can also use OpenSea if you are the type that loves to keep your NFTs to yourself, like me. I prefer using OpenSea where I just connect my wallet and I have the safety and assurance. And you can also use Binance. Binance is very common outside America. I don't know within America, but outside America, Binance is very popular because it's actually the largest
Yeah,
exchange.
I've heard of Binance. I have a friend that raves about it,
Yeah.
on Facebook. So maybe it's something that I will look into as well. So if someone wants to get rich, they're like, I want to become a crypto millionaire, or a millionaire from cryptocurrency. What would you recommend the best way to go about doing that?
Yeah, if you want to become a millionaire using in crypto, it's basically you have two ways. It's either you invest heavily in established tokens like
Mhm,
Bitcoin, Ethereum, or you actually search for what we call low market cap tokens. Those are tokens that you've read about them
mm,
because obviously, like what you said initially, you have to do your own research. And when you have read about them, you look at them that they are tokens that have potentials. Like for example, I will give an example of a token called Avalanche. Avalanche was a token that had been established since and just recently blew up. And the
Mm,
reason why is that it had potential use cases. That it could be used to develop applications, it could do a lot of things on it. And I always tell people to always be on the lookout for any platform that is called an Ethereum killer. Most of those
mm,
Ethereum killer platforms, they have good use cases, which you can read
mm.
about. But once you see that the token is basically, people are not talking about it, but you've read about the token and you've seen some of the experts talk about the token, that this is a good token, not just a token like Dogecoin or Shiba Inu that doesn't have any use
Much,
cases that people
yeah.
just jump on. You just have to look at it that, okay, what does this token do? What do they want to do? What do they want to achieve? Who are those backing the token? And then you can actually invest in those tokens and become a millionaire, because Bitcoin is not making anybody a millionaire because it's an
Anymore.
established token. So you need to go for those little babies that are just upcoming.
Or not making anyone a millionaire over any short period of time. I feel like investing in Bitcoin today is equivalent to investing in the stock market. You may get like a good return over a long period of time, grow your wealth, but it's not the one that's going to make you a millionaire. And so, I would always say, I'm someone that focus on long term investments. Most of my money usually go in long term investments. So I will probably, if I was to play heavily in crypto, it probably would be in Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then maybe a small percentage in the other ones that you were talking about to get rich quick, which is always kind of a bad idea. But some people get lucky, and then it becomes a good idea. And so I guess my lead up to the question is, what percent of someone's money would you say they should invest in established tokens, Ethereum, Bitcoin, things like that, as opposed to maybe up and coming tokens that you can get a higher return from, but may also come with a greater risk? Like, what would you say is a good benchmark from a percentage standpoint?
Okay, I would say 80-20,
Mm,
because you want to lean heavily to tokens that have like good use cases, and it makes it easier for you to bounce back. Like everyone knows, when Bitcoin goes down, it definitely comes up. That's
yeah.
an established fact. But you just have to lean to caution, as you said. So 80% of your assets should of your portfolio should go to established assets, while you can just play around with the remaining 20%. Or you can even make it 90-10, depending on how tolerant you are to risks.
Mm, awesome. So that's a good idea. 80-20 or 90-10. And thanks for the off topic comment, unconditional love. We like the border too. We like the border too. And so beyond payment methods, so we talk about payment methods, and you talked about some have like real world application. What are some real world applications of cryptocurrencies, but besides payment, that you think is pretty either creative or that will be impactful in the future?
Okay, apart from payments, I love to use gaming as an example. When we're growing up, everyone loves to play games.
Hmm.
I know, basically, when you play games, your games gives you tokens. There's some coins. Let me use coins because most games use coins. You
Hmm.
have those coins, and when we were younger, we always wished that there was a way we could withdraw those coins that we made from gaming. And now it's possible thanks to cryptocurrencies. You can actually play crypto games and get paid for playing them. Those
Mm,
games are called play to earn. So you play them and you earn money off those games. And an example is Axie Infinity, where you can actually play games and then you earn. So that's one example of crypto being applied in gaming. And another aspect that you can apply crypto to is actually um, when it comes to having this supply management chain. People face problems where they are trying to track data, but blockchain technology is basically a distributed ledger. And if you are someone that is conversant with the if you are conversant with the financial sector, you know that a ledger is a book of records. So you can actually use blockchain technology to actually track records, and that can also improve the voting system in the future. I think I was following news last year. Was it last year or 2 years ago? The American voting, where some people were saying it was rigged, it was stolen, the election issues that happened in America. Blockchain
Mm,
technology would have actually solved that because all the entire process would have been transparent and there would have not been issues like that. So, but gaming is one, then
mhm,
voting is one,
mm,
supply management is one. Even the health sector, so many health companies are using blockchain technology to solve their problems of keeping data. And you know, one advantage of the blockchain too is that it is it is not it does not require the government or anyone. It's just different computers connecting together and working as one. So basically, there are many real use cases. Like for example, the supply management that I said, there's a token that works on that called VChain. I don't know if you've heard of VChain. They're actually a token that wants to make supply management easy.
mm,
And when it comes to gaming, we have different gamings like Axie Infinity, that's AXS. And when it comes to to health, we have different tokens that work on that. So crypto is beyond payment only. You can actually use crypto for many things, many things.
okay, awesome. And unconditional love has a question, and I'm not sure if EFT is a cryptocurrency or they're talking about ETFs. But the question is, where can I invest in EFT? How do I decide which one is best to invest? Okay, and how exactly does it work? And so, unconditional love, let us know if you're talking about ETFs or add any.
NFT.
I don't know if you know if EFT is actually a cryptocurrency or not.
No, I don't know of any crypto that is actually EFT. I
Okay,
guess the person means NFTs because
NFT. They meant NFT.
ETFs is limited to institutions most
Yeah.
times.
So they
So
meant NFT. I think it was a typo. They just retyped it. And I know you did speak on it before, but you can repeat what you
yeah,
said for
you
that.
can actually invest on NFTs using different platforms. And we have different kinds of NFTs. We have the popular form of NFTs, which is just digital art, where someone just sits down, snaps and takes a picture or draws a painting and then puts online. There was one guy in Malaysia, a Malaysian guy I was reading about recently. He took his picture daily for 2 years. That's 570 something pictures. And he uploaded it as an NFT, as a collection of NFTs. And he was shocked. He actually became a millionaire in his local currency based on that because he sold those NFTs for close to $3 million, the entire collection of the NFTs. So that's one of the crazy ways in which NFTs can make someone rich.
Mhm.
And we have different kinds of NFTs. We have some NFTs that are minted specifically for a particular product. Like for example, if you have a program, you can actually mint an NFT to give people access to the program. So instead of them coming with their card, they can actually log in using the NFT, and the
Mhm.
NFT will give them extra perks. Like for example, you can have a special book. So if you purchase the NFT, you have access to like they can have early access to the book, or they can have the opportunity to have a personal interaction with you that is not available using the regular ticket. So NFTs have so many applications.
Mhm.
And have you heard of NBA drops?
No, what's that?
And that's they actually partnered with the NBA, that's the Basketball Association, where you purchase NFTs. Those NFTs gives you access to watch specific highlights of NBA action. They
Mm,
really sold a lot of NFTs. They call them drops. That's another aspect of NFTs in the sporting world that is getting popular, where you purchase an NFT to gain access to watch specific videos. So you
that's
can actually sell it to someone else at a higher price.
mm, that's actually a pretty smart idea. I just got some ideas thinking about that, like a collection of videos, maybe only 10 people have access or 100
Exactly.
people have access to this video. And if you want to gain access to this video, you resell it to someone. That's a really beautiful idea. And I will most likely be implementing in that into different aspects of things that I do. And so thank you so much for that. And unconditional love, if you have time to check back out the recap, Adoni talked about OpenSea and different platforms that we pulled up that you can purchase NFTs from. So, that information is certainly out there. I do want to talk about, and this, on this channel, I'm big about connecting the diaspora and that whole idea of Black empowerment, and so that's part of this channel as well, in addition to everything that I talk about. And so I guess, what do you think cryptocurrency has a huge potential to connect the African diaspora, and not even just, I guess, the African diaspora, even Africa itself? We always think of Africa as being a land of many different currencies, many different languages. Do you think cryptocurrencies can add to connecting the African diaspora within Africa from a financial perspective, or help in the development of a more unified Africa?
Yes, 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 I do, because that's one of the problems that we have here in Africa, where you have 52 countries. No, where we have, is it 52 or 54? I think it's 54 countries using over 25 different currencies. That doesn't help for trades. So I feel that having a common cryptocurrency can break those barriers, because it's very difficult in Africa to transfer money from one country to another. It's
Hmm.
very difficult, especially if the countries, maybe you have a French speaking country and an English speaking country. It's quite difficult. But
Hmm.
using cryptocurrencies, one advantage of cryptocurrency is that they are borderless. They don't have any border. You can transact money now. You can send money from here to Trinidad within 5 minutes. It's there. And that is going to help us in Africa to actually have a Pan-African currency and
Hmm.
become developed, because it's always sad when I read the news. I know Africa is always like at the back thoughts of everyone. Nobody thinks about Africa. We only enter the news when it's time for aid. Maybe you hear that the
Hmm.
US is granting a country 50 billion in aid and all those kind of things. So I feel it can actually do that. And obviously, in terms of connecting the diaspora, I feel it has already done that, because last year in Nigeria there was a protest against police brutality. I
Hmm.
think Black Americans can actually testify to police brutality and all that. And crypto was a way in which the protesters in Nigeria were able to get funding when the central bank blocked their
Hmm.
traditional banks. So they had to use cryptocurrencies to actually fund the protest. So that's one way in connecting people from different nationalities. So
No, that's pretty awesome, And I'll say my dad is always telling me about connecting with my African brothers and sisters more often, especially on my channel. And so I'm just, delighted to have the conversation today. And I'm also, I think a big portion of this is, I guess, knowledge. A lot of us don't even know how cryptocurrency works to the degree that we can even use it to support a cause in Africa, or even support a cause in Trinidad. And so I think one of the things that I'm going to try to do, and maybe I'll talk about my experience on the channel, is, after this show, I already do have my wallet and for Coinbase, and my other account for Coinbase, but maybe I may need to do Binance in order to transfer funds to Trinidad. Who knows? But I'll actually look into the process of doing that and trying to transfer some funds. Maybe I'll even do that with you, just to see how the process works. And I think learning how we can better support each other through the diaspora in different ways, because it can be challenging sometimes. And when you actually do need it, when it's most critical, we see in the world today how access can be blocked for those that are of our skin color, to be quite frank about it. What's up, Nia? and she says that I like that cryptocurrencies is borderless. I think cryptocurrencies, the borderless nature of it is a game changer and will continue to be a game changer. I look forward to us. I thank you for being the crypto evangelist, because I think there's so much to learn about crypto that we do not know. I try to be someone that is relatively informed, and I would say there's so much about the cryptocurrency space in general that I am completely unfamiliar with, but learning each day due to people like yourself, Adony. So, you know, um, really, thank you for taking the time to come to have this conversation today. Is there anything in general that you would like to share, folks, that you think people really need to know about cryptocurrencies, NFTs, how's it impacting Africa, or just anything in that space, or anything in general? It doesn't even have to be cryptocurrency related, to be quite frank about it.
Yeah, what I would say is basically when you, as a beginner to the cryptocurrency space, one of the things you have to do, obviously, just like when you invest in stocks and shares and any kind of financial tool, is to be careful. You have to go through the right channels and get education using different platforms. There are different platforms online where you can actually get crypto education for free, like Breach is one, and also the FS Crypto News and Crypto Evangelist and any other platform that you can actually get good information from. And another that I will also say is that the crypto space is still relatively young, so you are early. So don't listen to people that say you're late. You're actually early to the crypto revolution because only about 130 million people use Bitcoin,
Hmm,
and the world's population is 6 billion. So
hmm,
imagine only 130 million people use Bitcoin, and it's already huge. Many people know about Bitcoin. So now imagine when 20% of the world population eventually jumps on the Bitcoin train and the crypto train, that's going to be massive. So, and we can also see with the crisis in Ukraine that crypto has become like a savior. Many people are donating tons of money using cryptocurrency. So that shows you that cryptocurrency is not a bubble. I've heard people talk about crypto as a bubble, but it has
hmm.
gone beyond the bubble now. It's here to stay. So that's basically what I would say in terms of why, when it comes to connecting Africa with diaspora, I feel that it's quite complicated because it's very difficult for we Africans to understand how Americans feel, and
Hmm.
also and it's also difficult for them to understand how we feel in Africa because we are actually two different people. There are some things that I will feel that I will not understand that an American or somebody abroad would actually understand. So that's why sometimes when I see all those kind of discussions online, I try as much as possible not to join because I understand that the problems we face here in Africa is different from the problems we face abroad. So
Hmm.
I just feel that the best way is just to support each other, understand different things about the way it works, and I think everything will be all right in
Yeah.
yeah, eventually.
And uh, and now the conversation is about to take a slightly different tone or change. But I think one of the most important things for understanding each other, or growing in understanding each other, is reading our history. Reading the history of the community that we're trying to understand. I always say, when I first came to this country, I've always been very strong about my Trinidadian identity and retaining that aspect of my identity. It wasn't until reading a lot of American history where I began to see that commonality with everyone in this country, reading books like Malcolm X, and seeing how the image of Black people across the diaspora and the world has been shaped in us, even having negative perspective or views on each other. Those aren't things that necessarily came from anything that we have done. Those are a lot due to propaganda. Even in reading about African history, or even after African countries were become independent, and how they had to pay the countries that colonized them, and still to
Yeah,
this day, many of them pay the countries that colonized them for their independence. And it's pretty much for me the equivalent to blacks slave children still playing their slave owners children for freeing them from slavery. And so, I think there is a lot of common ground in our struggle. It looks different, but we do not necessarily understand it. And like how you were giving very concrete ideas for the cryptocurrency space, like putting it in layman terms, like, okay, this is what the African, because people, many people in this country may think Africa is poor because it's poor. And then it might have people in this country who think Africa is poor because their resources were stolen in the past. But then there are people who understand that Africa, in some places, and we know that there are beautiful aspects of Africa, but there are people that understand that Africa is still being raped today by those that colonized them.
Yeah.
And so, I think there's degrees of understanding, but the more we read, the more we try to understand each other, I think will allow us to really see how there is so much common ground. I'll probably end this, and I'm sorry if this is off of your brand because I know it's talking about cryptocurrency and things of that nature. But I went to visit Trinidad, before the pandemic, and one of the things, Tobago is a small island in Trinidad, and one of the distinguishing factors about Tobago is that, or that was about Tobago, is that it didn't have any like chain stores. They didn't have any chain stores. But when I went to visit, they had a lot of chain stores now. And
Wow.
the Tobago community is Trinidad and Tobago, but the Tobago community used to be very close knit in not having chain stores, not selling their land to foreigners or anyone else. But now they're selling a lot of the lands to white people in Germany, and it's not about race, but it's the fact that people from other countries are literally buying up the Caribbean, and then that displaced, and then we wonder how we become displaced. And we know that similar things are happening in Africa with China. And so I say that to say there's so much similarities that, but, we need to continue to educate each other ourselves on the history and what's going on in our respective countries. And again, Adney, again, I say thank you for taking the time to have this conversation with me. You have blessed me in many different ways. Thank you for
Yeah.
everyone that has joined us live for this conversation. If you're watching us live, as I always say, go ahead and smash the like button. That really helps out in the YouTube, for the YouTube algorithm. Nia, unconditional love. Thank you guys for your comments. All of those that were commenting earlier, Addie, Winner, Edith. So truly, truly, both since the crypto evangelist and myself, a content creator, we cannot do it without the support of everyone that watches these videos. So thank you. And like I always say, God bless y'all and continue to live your best life.